Welcome back to Dude Check This Out. We are back from a long slumber.
Whoa!
What do you have to say about that, Christian?
I got nothing to say. It's just two white guys on a podcast. You've seen it before, but you've never seen it like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I was thinking about that actually. It's been a little over a year since I moved, and our last recording was a couple months before that.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you're watching, we are remote. Evan is in Colombia. I'm in St. Louis. So we are in two different locations, and we're also trying new software. So let us know how it sounds and looks.
Yeah. Definitely bear with us. I mean, we're trying to figure it out. I think we got a pretty good idea, but for the people that have no idea, what this kind of stuff is, there's this application that Christian found the other night called VDO, and essentially it's the easiest way that he found that we could, figure out how to both get on, not have much delay, looks really solid. And there's a lot of things that we can change over time and things that we can mess with. So, our goal is to keep ramping up that production quality, but we'll keep looking at things. But I'm excited, man. I'm ready to get this thing going.
Yeah, me too. As far as like the show goes, if people have listened to this before iterations, we did the Phone Buzz podcast when we both worked at Best Buy years ago now. Good God. And then we did Do Check This Out, which was mostly like a clip-based show where we looked at TikToks. I don't know if we looked at Instagram at all, but it's pretty much the same thing. So yeah, we're not sure. Like we're just kind of free-forming this one a little bit. We have like topics that we need to talk through, but yeah, just mostly just chilling, hanging out. I miss recording. I miss just vibing to it. So we'll see what pops up, and we have no idea how this is gonna go.
Yeah, it'll go. I think I've high hopes for this. I think this software is going to be great, and I think this is going to be a good restart for us. Obviously, thank you if you guys have stuck around and are still watching this. We're happy to still have you on our side, and hopefully we can try to bring in some more people and get this thing really rolling. But I mean, what kind of check-ins do you have, man? I know it. I know it's been a minute.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, somebody's gonna get a pop up on their Apple podcast and be like, "What in the hell?" Like,
what is?
I haven't seen an episode from them in like 2 years. Like, what is this? Yeah, we got to figure out the distribution channels again. But if you're on Spotify, it should come through the same way. I'm not sure about Apple. We might have to nuke it because I think it still has been showing our old logo. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, check-in wise, year check-in. Let's see. Moved in this space. I think we both have new jobs and we both have different cars from the last time we did a check-in. You got, I guess I'll just speak for you. You got engaged. I'm still riding the apps. We'll see. We out here.
Live, baby.
Yeah, finding me my Tinderella. What else is new? Did some travel. Been gaming. Still gaming and raging at people on Call of Duty. I feel like we've gone super deep into golf since last time. Like I know we were golfing last time, but I don't know if it was to this level. It's like every week.
Yeah, it definitely is every weekend, and that's good. This is our true form.
Yeah,
this is where we need to be. Look, we're practically 70.
100%. Yeah, I think those are the big ones on my side. I know I listed out some of yours, but catch the people up over a year.
Yeah, you pretty much nailed it right on the head. Went through a job change, got a different car, been golfing a crap ton. I'm as crazy as this time of my life has been with the engagement and everything. I feel like this is the spot that I want to be, and I feel really good about everything. Having everything mostly planned out for the wedding. We're looking in for like October 6th, so it's pretty much all set and done. We just have a few little things that we need to take care of, and we're good to go. So, I think having a podcast to do every week is going to be a good thing to add. Just kind of like what you said, I really miss not being able to do it every week. It's kind of having that 1 to 2 things per week that you could really hone in on and kind of get you through the week. So hopefully, as long as you're still open to this, I think we definitely want to, get it out to you hopefully Friday, or kind of depending on the schedule, kind of look at it that way and see if we can do some more things on our end to get some clips going and and good moments. That way we can start building up socials and all that kind of stuff. So there'll be a bunch of different places that you guys can see us and hopefully catch some of that action.
Yeah. It's I was thinking about the wedding stuff. I haven't told you. So Tiffany, her wedding is the Thursday before yours, and it is in Seattle, or it's like in
Oh.
that area. So I'm still going to yours. Let me just front end that. So I will still be at your wedding. But the way it's gonna go down is I think I'm flying out Wednesday evening and then going to hers on Thursday. And I think I'm flying back Saturday morning ish. And then I'll be at yours Sunday.
That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
So
gonna
that'll
be
be
a
cool.
long couple days, brother.
Yeah, like she was announcing the dates, and I was like, why does that sound so familiar? Like, why do I think something is occupying that space? I was like, oh shit. So
Just
yeah, we're
rolling.
good. We're good. But yeah, that'll be a thing.
That's funny. Well,
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be great. And once like that part is over and like getting through the wedding, obviously I love this part of it, but I'm just ready to have to have that experience and then don't have to plan anything else from here on out.
Yeah, that has got to be so annoying. Like how many think like not annoying in the fact that it's something you're doing with your partner, but like just it feels like the checklist is probably endless. I have never looked into wedding planning, but from what I see on TLC, there's a lot of things to do.
Yeah, luckily since we're doing a smaller wedding, like only like 50 to 55 people,
Yeah.
it's not anything crazy, and we kind of set a pretty low budget. But like, yeah, dude, if you look on those shows, like my fiance really likes all those like Bachelorette and Bachelor
Hell
and all
yeah.
those kind of TV shows, and they're pumping out like 10 to 30 to if not more, thousands of dollars on these fucking excuse me. Sorry for cussing.
Sorry for cussing. I think no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're just like dumping out crazy money just to have these weddings. Like that's when it would be awful to deal with, honestly. But like this is easy.
Yeah. Yeah. What is like how do the people know that you love each other if you don't go deeply into debt on the wedding?
Right.
Like they'd
Right.
have no clue that you actually like each other. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I think like content wise, rating wise, I'd probably say like light R is what you should expect from this podcast. I would say like not PG-13. Like if you listen to the last one that we did where it was just a bunch of people doing dumb shit on TikTok, like probably not that quite that level,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
maybe a little bit more casual than Phone Buzz. Who knows? We'll see where it lines up. But yeah, like speaking of TLC shows, have you ever seen? Is it 4 Weddings, 3 Weddings, 4 Weddings?
I don't think so. What is that?
Oh my god, it's great television. It's so there's this group of four women. I think it's all women. Sometimes it's I think it's all women. But the premise is that they all have a wedding coming up and they all visit each other's weddings and then they rate them. Like they
Oh
give them
my
grade cards.
god.
So they'll rate them based on like environment. It'll be like food. It'll be I think reception or I forget what the categories are
That's
exactly.
just prime for Bravo.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. And then at the end of it, like the top rated one from all of them gets paid honeymoon, something to that effect.
Wow.
But yeah, I can't think of any drama points on it. It's been so many years since I've seen it, but it is excellent television. It's like you ever seen 90 Day Fiance?
Yes.
Have we talked about that one before?
We have.
That is still one of my favorite shows of all time. But the ones where the Americans like go to the remote location, so it's like some honky from Kentucky going to like a remote Amazon village,
Yeah.
and he's like talking like this to all them locals, and they're like, I don't know what you're saying, or I don't know how they sound, but yeah, I fucking love that.
No,
program.
that's hilarious. Like honestly, whenever Maddie will have those kind of shows on, I'll like go downstairs, do whatever I need to do, and I'll like peek around the corner, see what she's watching, and she'll catch me kind of watching for a couple minutes just because it's like it's so insane to hear that and to know that a lot of that's probably fake, but also these people are kind of acting a certain way because that's kind of their personality.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just kind of insane.
oh yeah. The best ones like the sugar daddies that get like the 18-year-old from Guatemala. They don't speak any English, and all their family is like they have daughters that are twice their age. Like, it's, I watch those and I'm like, how many steps removed am I from being that dude? Like, is that in my future?
No,
Is that in my
Christian.
cards?
Nope, not in your
I don't
cards.
think it is, but I'm like, people get places somehow.
You're gonna get
I
your
mean,
Tinder queen. Don't you worry, baby.
I'm just saying there's got to be some advantages to it. Like, there's got to be reasons.
Yeah. Okay.
I like
Well,
to think, I like that there's reasons that people do things.
yeah. See,
There's
and
probably,
I don't feel like you're on that level. Like, you might as well just tell us and show us what you're spitting. Like, what's your game right now?
dude. It's shit. I got motion twin.
Got motion twin.
Let me see. So it's kind of funny. Whenever I moved up to St. Louis, there was like a precipitous fall off in the amount of matches I was getting.
Mm,
I I don't know what, like, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, like same profile, same everything, didn't change anything. Just like fell off a cliff.
interesting.
And then last weekend, I got like 8 matches in a row on Tinder, which is just doesn't happen, and then a couple on Hinge.
Hmm.
I've been talking to a lady, very nice lady, and then just like slowly there's like an art form to texting somebody, like you don't want to text back immediately, but you also don't want to give it too much space.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, there's like a back and forth of there's a back and forth of like, oh, I don't want to text them too quick, but I also want to show them that I'm interested. It's a little dance, it's a little game. And I played chicken, and I think I might have lost.
Uh-oh.
No, well, she had like a 24-hour break, and I'm never upset about it unless somebody like just falls off completely after that point,
Yeah.
because I'm like, I don't expect anybody to be tied to their phone, whatever.
Right.
So yeah, we texted. We were setting up like a date for tomorrow, and she was traveling Saturday and Sunday, and like texted me once in between that, and then I texted her the next day, like early, and then she just has not texted back since Sunday. So
What's her name? Drop it.
I ain't gonna call that out.
Drop
but
it. Drop it here.
starts with an N. That doesn't help, but
Yeah, thanks. All right, Nancy. If you don't talk back to my boy,
yeah.
I'm gonna come find you.
But I don't get it. Like, it was a good conversation. Like there's some like sometimes on these Tinder conversations, there's just nothing. Like, their profile has nothing. There's nothing in the photos to like jump off of. Like, I have a couple default like openers, but I try not to use it because I try to use something based on their profile.
Right.
And like, we were actually going back and forth. It was like a good solid back and forth texting. It wasn't just one line. It was a couple lines, couple paragraphs every response. I'm like, okay, this is going well. Like, I've done a few of these. This is going well. And then yeah, just stopped responding. So that's not cool.
We hate to see that.
Yeah. So that's one. Yeah, I haven't been talking to a ton. Like, the other thing, I don't know, there's got to be something going on, but like, I'll get matches, I'll send a message, they'll respond, and then sometimes I just don't respond. Like, I just don't feel like it. I don't know what it is. Whereas like by the time I get to it in the evening, I'm just like, ugh, I don't feel like putting effort into it.
And that's valid because you got to remember, you're the king. Okay.
Yeah,
we're not always trying to chase them. They can chase us too.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Chin up, king.
So
get your money up, not your funny up.
Yeah, that's right. It's just like it's a weird balance of like, yeah, that'd be cool, but also when it comes down to it, I'm like, sometimes I just don't fucking feel like it. Like, I'm just like, eh.
It's like literally, I felt like very thankful to not have to be on that app anymore. But like,
yeah,
it would be like all day you're at work, and you might be texting here and there, and then it's like you almost got to put another shift in.
Yes.
Like you're in the blender. Like, you're in the blender. You got to put that shift in. You got to put the work in to get it done, and that's taxing.
It really is. Like, getting on the apps, like doing the swipes. Like, it's simple. The first couple times, like, oh, this is so much fun. Like, there's so much possibility, and you just get jaded after a while. It's just like it's like the effect, the numerical effect, and like my job is a lot of like pipeline building, and it's hard not to think of it in parallels on these apps. It's just like you can't be emotionally attached to anything. You just got to like go through the numbers, build up a pipeline, and see what prospects come out the other side. Like, it's not a cool way of looking at it, but it's kind of true.
That's valid. You want to know who is building that pipeline?
Who's building up that pipeline?
Scotty Scheffler.
Dude, did you watch yesterday?
I didn't get to watch any of it. I was so pissed, but I cannot believe he came back and won 2 tournaments in a row.
Yeah, what was I admittedly I wasn't watching all of the tournament. this weekend, but I was kind of checking in on it, and then I checked Sunday because I was like, oh, I'll just watch whatever golf tournament's on. I'm like, holy shit, he's leading.
It's insane. Like the
Yeah.
man is unstoppable.
Yeah, my favorite thing is like his swing looks so goddamn goofy, but he's like one of the best ball strikers in the world. And I'm like, every fiber on being's like, you shouldn't make that much movement to hit the ball that cleanly, and then he just does it every single time.
Yep, it's insane. I applaud him for the fact that he just won one of the biggest tournaments in all. I would argue that's one of the biggest tournaments, other than like maybe the championship.
Oh yeah,
in all of golf. And then he just turns around and just does it again. Like, I would be coasting so hard after winning the Masters, winning $3.6 million, and then turn around and he just won another 3.6.
Fuck. Wait, that one was worth 3.6? That's worth the
3.6.
same amount?
3.6, yep.
That feels wrong.
It does feel wrong. Let's see. Okay.
It's like a prestige factor, I guess.
Really? Yeah. So the purse was the same, $20 million for RBC, $20 million for Masters. The Houston was only $9 million. He got second, which was like $500K or something like that. And the Players he won, which was $25 million purse. So he won like $6 million. And then the Arnold Palmer he won, which was another $20 million purse. Like, dude, the man is just
good lord. And then Nelly Korda on the LPGA, she's won 5 in a row.
5.
Something stupid like that.
Insane.
Like, I'm not that up on the ladies PGA tour, but like that's Tiger Woods numbers.
Yeah, it is.
From what I know.
He was like, I saw this Instagram post where it like listed, the people that have done that in history, and there was like 5 of them.
Jesus.
Insane.
Yeah, that's nutty. And then so whenever I tuned in yesterday to watch it, it was like, because I went golfing yesterday. I went like I walked 9 in the afternoon, and I was keeping an eye on it. And then there was a weather delay. I was like, oh shit, maybe that'll go quickly. And then they ended up having to suspend play because it got too dark by the time it restarted. Because I think they were in a delay for like 3 hours, something like that. Yeah, and so there was like a number of groups near the end. I think Scotty was on 14 or 15. I think he just wrapped up 15. Because he sank a par putt at like midnight light. It was crazy. But yeah, they had to come back, which has got to be such a downer if you're in the crowd, like watching it all day Sunday. You sit through the rain delay, and then it's like, oh, also you're not going to see the finish because like it's too dark.
You got to go back to work.
That's got to suck.
That would suck.
Yeah, that would blow. Yeah, did you watch Masters Sunday?
I did. I was able to watch a good chunk of it Saturday, and then went out golfing Sunday and just watched it while we were golfing.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was my first ever professional tournament that I watched, and same Masters or first Masters. So that was a very cool experience that I got to have. It's just, there's something about it. Like, there's something about on a Saturday, like sitting back on the couch watching the Masters, like you don't have to really pay that close attention. Because a lot of times it's shuffling through players and stuff, but it's chill. I like it.
It's the best nap. Like I anytime I watch golf, I will always fall asleep and take a nap. But like the Masters is the best. It's the best one to nap to. Did you watch it through the Masters like website? Did you watch it through the broadcast?
I watched it. I watched most of it through the Masters app, like essentially through their website, and I was it Paramount? Paramount Plus had it on there.
Yeah, CBS, yeah.
And I watched that for a good chunk of it, like Friday, some of Friday, but they weren't showing the leaders. They were only showing weird feature groups.
Yeah. Wait, on the app or on CBS?
On Paramount.
Or Paramount. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I think Masters has like some special contracts of because they offer like the broadcast stream on their website, and then they have like feature groups, and then they have like Amen Corner with I'm gonna fuck this up, 12, 13, 14, or is it 11, 12, 13? 3 of those holes.
Yeah.
And so you can kind of like jump in between them, but they have some weird contract with the broadcast channels, with like the network channels, where they can only have certain groups on it, if I'm not mistaken. And it's to encourage people to use their website. I don't know, but if you're watching from the website or the app, it's like the best, like it's the best experience like bar none, because these other ones like you're not seeing every group.
Right. And that's what was so annoying because it was like I didn't want to just watch on my phone for 90% of it because like the Google TV I have downstairs like doesn't, you know, it
Doesn't
can't,
cast?
it won't let us cast, which is stupid.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like you can't download the Masters app on there.
Oh.
So I just ended up watching on my phone for most of the time, which was pissing me off. But
Why did could you have a Google TV downstairs?
yeah, it's just like the cheaper dongle one.
Oh, next time that happens, it's the way I do like all sports. Don't ask me the legality of it, but I will stream from my Chrome on my old MacBook, which I just have like plugged in next to the couch,
Hmm.
and then I just go on Chrome and then I just stream that to the Google TV.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
smart.
it just gets around everything.
Man, I wish I knew that.
Yeah, oops, oopsie
Interesting.
daisy.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, have you heard the new Taylor Swift album at all?
No, I don't.
Have you seen like the stuff about like have you seen any of the stratosphere of like comments and reviews and stuff?
No, dude. I don't think I've
Okay.
really listened to a Taylor Swift song since she was singing country songs.
Oh wow. Yeah. It's called Tor This is
You
if
know it.
somebody's tuning into this, they're gonna be like, I don't give a shit about either of their opinions. That's totally fair. It's the Tortured Poets Department, I think is the name of it. And it's like 31 songs on it.
What?
Yeah, let me Tortured Poets Department
Why?
song. It's like an anthology, or it's I don't. I'll be real. I have no idea. Wait, this show's 17 songs.
That's insane.
Yeah, and I'll be real. I've listened to like 2, and they were fine. Yeah, there's 31 songs on the total thing.
Dude, that's
Whatever.
nuts. That's so many songs.
Yeah. I have no particular like I have very mixed whatever opinions on it. Like I like a lot of her songs. I don't get into the whole fandom of it. But what I do really enjoy is like how rabid the fan base is. And so my favorite thing is like hate watching like critical commentary
Oh no.
of people like talking trash about the albums, regardless of which one it is, but especially the new one. And they'll like post TikToks and like all the comments are just like if you want to see what the Civil War was probably like back then, like watching hate reviews of Taylor's new album is the closest you'll get.
What are some of the things that they're saying?
Like the biggest critiques that I've seen, and from the 2 songs I listened to, I could see like the merit of it is that it's very wordy. It feels very self-referential on like you have to be in the know about Taylor Swift lore to like really
Mm,
get the songs, which what like fan service, whatever. I don't. I think that's kind of cool for people that follow along to it.
yeah.
But the biggest one is like all the songs sound very similar and like the synthy kind of light melancholy pop sound.
Mm,
Again, I've listened to like 2 songs fully and I've kind of like skimmed through other
sure.
ones and like I don't know how fully true that is, but uh that's like the number one things that people are pointing out on these TikTok videos and just all of the replies to it. I can't think of any specific ones, but if you just look up like Taylor Swift hate on on the new album, that'll get you a whole night of entertainment.
Okay. I'll have to look
Yeah.
into that. Like, are you talking about like on Reddit?
Yeah, I'm sure Reddit has some. TikTok's a big one. I'm sure Instagram has it. You're not on TikTok, are you?
No.
That's probably good.
Honestly, I'm not.
TikTok's a weird thing where I have to regulate my usage throughout the day because every morning roughly around like 10:30 I go and take my morning dump, and if I get on TikTok while I'm on the toilet, I can feel like the dopamine just like overriding my brain, and then I try to get back at my desk and do actual work, and it doesn't. It's like I'm just not in the mindset.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I was looking through her. I was looking through some of these like Reddit posts and stuff, and
Any good
people are
ones?
posting like full on like like multiple paragraph responses.
Do a screen share. I want to see some.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back to it.
It's my favorite shit. It's like it's not even the thing itself that I like watching sometimes. It's just the were you screen sharing that whole time? What I think this double album is just oversaturation after all the folklore, Evermore, Lover, Midnights, and all of Taylor's re-releases. This view actually looks okay. I don't know what you did. Did you like move the previews? Yes, scroll down a little bit. To put what I'm about to say in context, I have a playlist on Spotify of only Taylor Swift songs. Okay, okay, and she is the only artist I have that for. I don't call myself a Swiftie because I'm not into her lore and personal life, but I'm obviously an adorer of her music. There is not a single song out of 24 that I like.
It's kind of alarming. Like
That's so
this,
funny.
whoever this is, took however long. This is edited 3 days ago. They're already in this Reddit, and then that probably took them forever to write. There's
Oh
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 paragraphs.
Yeah. You know, that's pretty. I want to be into something, and I'm sure I am. Like, what's something that you could write that many paragraphs about as like a hate reply?
Dude, I don't know. Maybe my last job.
Yeah, that's fair.
Probably something like that, because I don't know. That I just don't feel like I feel that strongly against something to be able to write 10 paragraphs.
That is hilarious.
I mean, could you?
Maybe. I'm sure there's something. I'd have to really get like ticked off about something to do that. The one thing I will say is they at least use periods and like punctuation.
Yeah,
so
like
yeah,
grammatically it seems correct.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Speaking of music stuff, can you explain like on 5 the Drake beef with Kendrick and all of them?
I cannot, because I don't know it.
Really?
Yeah, I've not been honestly paying attention to like that at all.
Really? The only thing I can gather from it, again, this is from like completely outside of it, is Kendrick was featured on a song, and then he called out Drake and some other artists and J. Cole. Who's the big 3? That's the thing I don't get. Is it Drake, J. Cole, and
Kendrick?
Somebody else? Well, he said fuck the big 3. It's just Big Me. I don't know who the other 2 are.
I'm looking up something. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to go too deep into this. I was really hoping you would be able to enlighten me because I'm not up on this scene.
I'm really not, but they are both throwing diss tracks at each other, like full albums, and it's actually kind of funny. I saw a tweet the other day, and I didn't look into it enough to really understand all of it, but like,
oh, there's a timeline right there.
Drake had, sent out his album, and then he sent out, and then Metro Boomin and Future had an album, and then someone else had an album that like coincided with every album or every song name. It was like a different version of it. It was interesting, but it seems pretty legit.
So okay, yeah. So there's the timeline. If you go back up.
Oh, you're looking at that?
Well, okay, so it's in the bold. It's like March 29th, Kendrick declares war on an album that may be wholly dedicated to dissing Drake. Kendrick's just a fucking like reply guy on a Taylor Swift comment board, except he just makes an entire album. April 5th through the 7th, J. Cole enters the fray and immediately exits it. Okay,
we should have started at the bottom, because then we'll go through the full. Oh no, it's going up. Drake hits back at Kendrick and everyone else with push-ups.
That's the one that came out. I think I heard part of that.
I don't know. April 19th, Drake drops TaylorMade, an AI troll stunt, taunting Kendrick to reply to push-ups. See, I don't remember that song.
I don't.
Push-ups?
That was 3 days ago. Oh, wait, no, Kendrick.
Oh, shit.
I don't know that.
Yeah, he just released this not too long ago. April 19th.
I mean, that's 3 days ago.
Interesting. So they're just like dropping songs
It's pretty genius. I wonder how many of these like beefs are prefabricated. Like You think about the Drake and Meek Mill one.
Yeah.
That's the last rap beef I remember, and I was like just graduated high school when that came out. Like, what
Golly.
other? I'm trying to think if there's been any other beefs that's happened.
Maybe maybe we could get some content where we start beef with other podcasts.
just start absolutely slinging shit for no reason.
We'll find a podcast that's like relatively new. We'll start throwing some beef at them, and then we'll make a diss track.
We could absolutely do that.
We could, because I know that you have all the things to make that happen.
Yeah. I'm just gonna load up ChatGPT and just start slinging some mud. Do you watch? Have you seen that new Netflix documentary? It's called Unlocked. It just came out a couple days ago.
No, what is it about?
So it's this jail in, I think it's in Little Rock, and it looks like a prison. Like, it looks just like how prisons operate. But the idea is they're doing this 6-week experiment where normally the doors of the cell are closed and the inmates are like in their jail cell for 23 hours out of the day, and they get 1 hour outside of it. And in this experiment, they're like letting the doors stay completely open the whole time. And they're like slowly introducing privileges to them to like treat them like adults and see if they can make it operate as a community so they don't have to be like locked up all day. It's a way to like try to get them reintegrated back into society and like building community skills, etc. But are you like big on prison documentaries? Did you ever watch or get into those?
Those are like my favorite.
You would like it. I do get a little bit annoyed. Side note, like, I kind of don't like when all these documentaries get into the like characters really deeply. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I just don't care about somebody's like story. I just want to see them interact with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Like, I get kind of annoyed on the like the Full Swing documentaries when they start going really deep on somebody's personal life. I'm like, I don't care.
It's about golf, damn it.
I don't know what, I just don't care about you like that. Like, some of them I do, but some of them I'm like, as soon as they start talking about their past, I'm like, all right, I don't give a shit.
Right.
But no, it's pretty interesting. They got like like as soon as the doors open, before that, there's this one dude named like Randy Randall, and he goes by True Story, which is just so fucking funny. And he like starts to get all the elders together.
That's what you're talking about, right?
Yes, that one. Oh my god. And then there's like these white that's the sheriff. And then there's like these white honkies in there. There's they look like Aryan Brotherhood or something. But yeah, and then it's like these factions of like these old guys that try to run shit and, you know, try to talk sense into the youngins, and the youngins just keep stirring shit up. Like, and then they got this one dude, his name was, I think it was like Miller or something. And on his interview, like with Just Him, he's like, yeah, I'm a chill guy. I used to work manager at like Buffalo Wild Wings. You know, I ain't here to cause it shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone says, you know what I'm saying? Like, every 5 seconds. It's so funny. You know what I'm saying, man? And he's like, yeah, I ain't causing no problems. And then the next scene is him like stirring shit up over a game of Scrabble. He's just like, people accusing him of cheating. He's like, I ain't doing shit. And then he gets in a fight. Like, I love those documentaries because it's just like pure humanity in its like rawest form. Like, it's just people fighting over non-existent, like not important hierarchies and just like causing shit and stabbing each other.
I just saved that, so I'm gonna have to watch that tonight because I live for these type of documentaries. Like, anytime these come out on Netflix, I'm immediately watching it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. What are some other ones? Because I don't often find stuff, like I just don't often like sit down and get into Netflix. It's always YouTube for me. Like, what are some ones you've been seeing?
There's one called Inside the World's Toughest Prison. I love that one.
Is that the one where they're into the Russian prisons?
Yep,
it's like Byford Dolphin or whatever that's called.
Mm-hmm. Crazy crap like that. What are some other ones?
No, not Byford. Black Dolphin. Have you heard of the Byford? I think it's called Byford Dolphin. Side note, I'll bookmark this. Have you seen the Byford Dolphin incident? Okay, no. All right. I'm gonna note that. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah. What are some other ones? Yeah, I'd have to find. There's one. Oh yeah, there's one called Long Shot. It was more of like a documentary, not like a full docuseries. That was actually really good, just like a crime documentary. But it was more of like them exploring the jail. There's some of them. There's like I'm a Killer. That's a good one.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I've seen that one too.
Yeah, that one's solid. I
That was
just feel
good.
like there's a lot of good ones, but they don't come out super often. So I'm glad that this one's actually new.
Yeah, it's pretty. So I'm only like 3 or 4 episodes in. Because another thing they started doing is they added like the goal is to slowly add more privileges and to prove out that they can like not kill each other. And so they added like normally phone calls would cost and like their family members would have to add money to their account so they could call them from
Right.
the jail. And so they gave them the privilege of like free phones. And then they just like walk out of the room. Like there's no sheriffs or no guards in the room like at all during the experiment. And so they come in and they add this little post on the door that's like phone calls are free, and then they just walk out, and then they're like,
Wow.
you fucking figure it out. And so they started getting in more fights over the phones. It's
That's
so funny.
insane. Okay, dude, I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to watch this like as I'm going to bed. This
it's
looks so
pretty
good.
solid.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Byford dolphin decompression incident, I'm going to see if I can pull this up. The incident is considered one of the worst in modern commercial history. The accident occurred when the pressure inside the decompression chamber, so like when they're diving down, they're in this like chamber to like equalize the pressure from all the water. And so they have to go through like a long process to like get to the compression right so they don't die. The accident occurred when the pressure inside the decompression chamber dropped from 9 atmospheric pressure to 1 almost instantly, which means it was very compressed and then it suddenly was not. This caused an explosive decompression that killed 3 divers, including blah, 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 and severely injured another. I was hoping for more visuals on it. Let me click images. Oh, NSFW. It basically removed people's spines from their body because they got shot up a like a hatch in the ceiling, if I remember correctly, and so like it was like the Titan submersible. Remember that one where it just like imploded? It was like that, but they got their bodies like torn up through this tiny hole.
Neat.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty nuts. What a way. God, you think of like how you want to go out, you know, and that's not it.
Yeah, I'd say it's like top 5 though, as long as it's quick. I mean, that is super quick.
Yeah, but like, it's super quick, but in the moment,
I don't even think you have. It's like the Titan one. The decompression happened faster than signals get sent to your brain.
oh,
Like so, I mean, they couldn't even process what was happening.
okay, that's good then. Yeah, put that on the list.
Yeah, it's just they're just gone. They're
Yeah,
just dead.
you're just not alive anymore.
I've always wondered in like death penalties why they don't just decapitate people. Is there a good reason?
You know, I don't know if I have the facilities to answer that question.
Because
I'm
like,
not sure.
because they do like lethal injections now and other things. Like, what? I need somebody to answer on why isn't decapitation a method?
I would assume it's probably because there's a surprisingly large chance that it doesn't happen in one blow. Like
Yeah,
I think they've changed a lot of things because it's more torturous because there's still a good chance they survive it, or at least for a little bit.
yeah. Like what? Because yeah, like there's reports of people doing things like 3 seconds up like 5 seconds
Yeah.
after getting decapitated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's see what the answer. The primary reason the guillotine, this is on Quora.com, guillotine isn't used anymore is the same reason that lethal injection is virtually the only method of execution: appearance. Okay. People aren't really concerned about whether a method of execution is quick and painless. They're only concerned that it appears that way and whether it's gruesome to watch. If people wanted quick and painless, the guillotine would be a top choice. Okay.
Interesting.
I feel like that's a lame answer. Like,
It's also a fucking core answer. Like, I
yeah.
mean, how much do we trust that?
Yeah, somebody below it said, firstly, mainly for 2 reasons. Firstly, it's really unpleasant to watch for
When
the
I
witness.
did it.
Secondly, it has been used in abundance. It has become the symbol of a terror regime.
I mean, valid.
I don't even, is it? I feel like if you're going to kill somebody, like, I feel like own up to it and just do the worst possible way. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
Are you for the death penalty?
Um, I definitely see both sides. I'll keep
That's
I'll
the.
keep it I'll
How's
keep it
that
at that.
fence feel that you're sitting on right now?
It's great.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
great.
like that pull up your butt.
Yeah, I do honestly, and you know, that's not how I want to go. Do you remember that video I sent you where that dude landed on a pole and it killed
Yep, I
him?
do. I certainly do remember seeing
That's
that
where I'm at right now.
with my eyes. Yeah, I feel like the stuff you see on Instagram, the stuff you see on Instagram every day is worse than getting beheaded.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
because
not saying
those
I wouldn't want to see it happen.
right. Like I think I would. You ever go on? You ever go on Best Gore as a child, as a
I did
teenager?
not. I did not actually.
I wish I didn't. I only went on like 2 or 3 times, and every time I got like shook.
Was that last night?
No, I'm over that. I'm over that now.
Right. That was like last week.
Yeah. No, the closest I get to it is there's this subreddit called I think I talked about it. It's called 50/50. And the idea is the image is blurred, and then the caption and the description it'll say it's 2 options. One of them is like a squirrel munching on a strawberry,
Yeah,
something like
right.
innocent. And then the second one is like man's molded over toe being eaten by a raven, or like something totally the other direction.
Uh,
But the blurring is so good that you generally have no idea based on like the colors that are coming through.
oh my god!
And then you click on it and then you see what the actual image is. Yeah.
And it's the second one.
Yeah, it's often the second one.
It's often the second one. This is on Reddit.
Yeah, so I'll be a wuss and I'll like read the comments first while it's still blurred, and I'll be like, "Do I want to see this?"
I think you need to send me some of those.
Okay, I was like, I don't know if I want to show it on this if this is going on YouTube. That's the
God
most gore
damn.
I get in my day.
Well, Big Cat. Well, thank you everyone for listening. Obviously, this is very exciting for us, and we're very excited to start this journey again with you guys. We definitely want feedback. We want to know what we could be doing better. If you guys have any ideas, if you guys have content ideas, we'd love to hear that as well. But we're really going to get this thing running and get going. So thank you for taking time to sit with us and listen for the first time back. Christian, you got anything else?
I think we might add some segments in. We'll see. No idea how this is going to evolve, so we'll just kind of rolling with it. But yeah. I'm really like, I want to hear from people that like got a notification in their inbox, like what the hell, like 2 years
back.
later. Well, that's the funny thing is, I was like morbidly checking our SoundCloud numbers, just over the months. I'd be like, oh, I wonder what that looks like, and like every now and then there'd be a spike of like 30 listens. And I'm like, who the fuck is doing this? Like,
That's hilarious.
who's tuning in on that?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, to the
So,
people that are listening, thank you.
real ones, OGs.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll have some more content, coming out, once a week. At least that's what we're looking for in terms of full podcast length. So be on the lookout for that, and we'll catch you next week.
Toodaloo.
Deuces.